Hi guys, welcome to another week of Austin Central Daily Devotional. This week we're doing something that I've done a couple weeks ago. We're looking at stories behind famous hymns. And so if you like hymns and would like to know more about some of them, you can go through our archives and see our old videos. And stick with us during the week to learn about different hymns. And so we start today with a famous hymn that I've heard at pretty much every baptism I've been to, which is Just As I Am. The first stanza says, "Just as I am, without one plea, but that thy blood was shed for me, and that thou bidst me come to thee, O Lamb of God, I come, I come." So this hymn was written by a woman called Charlotte Elliott, and she was born in England in 1789. And when she was young, she was a very carefree person. She became famous as a portrait artist, and she wrote funny texts. But unfortunately, when she was about 30, her health began to fail, and she became bedridden and an invalid. In 1822, a famous Swiss evangelist went to visit her to encourage her and counsel her on her spiritual life. And this visit became a turning point in her life. He told her this. He told her, "You must come just as you are, a sinner, to the Lamb of God that taketh away the sin of the world." And Charlotte lived to be 82 years old, and she remained an invalid for the rest of her life. And sometimes she was in great pain. But that phrase and that visit was so important to her that every year she would celebrate that day because she considered it to be her spiritual birthday. And she wrote this hymn 14 years after her conversion, but you can see how much what this man had said to her stick with her, because it's pretty much the gist of the hymn, which is "Come as you are to Jesus, and he's the one who will take care of things." She wrote this hymn as a fundraiser, actually. Her brother was a pastor who was trying to raise money so he can build a school for poor children. And she wanted to help, but she felt so helpless being an invalid. So she wrote this hymn, and it ended up collecting more money than all of the other fundraising projects combined. And after her death, they found thousands of letters that she had received from people telling her how much this hymn had meant to them. And the message of the hymn is one that we as Christians need to be reminded very often, which is that our standing with God, our peace with God, depends solely on Jesus' merit and not on our own. And I'd like to finish with a verse, which is John 6:37, where Jesus says, "However, those the Father has given me will come to me, and I will never reject them." And so stay with us for the rest of the week to learn more about other hymns, and have a great rest of the day.